Just over here catching the end of the Sunday night football game, Packers and Cowboys. Been a good game. I cannot show the game though because last time they hit me with copyright. But we'll talk a little bit about football tonight. We're going to talk about recovery, addiction, and all of that stuff. What's up, Biggie? How you doing tonight? Tomorrow night we got the Bengals and the Broncos. I'll probably go live during that one too. We'll see. But doing bad? What's going on, bro? I don't want to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. What's up, Monk? How you doing tonight, brother? Man, my Niners lost today. I knew it was only a matter of time. That V8 engine has been hitting on like 4 cylinders for a while now. It was coming. I knew it was coming. But hopefully we can get some pieces back and get it together. Day 3 of my 4-day weekend. That's awesome, bro. Enjoy that. We don't get those nearly enough, you know? Allergy medicine all week, and my eyes have been very irritated and itchy, so now I look higher. I look like I got my... Ah, damn, bro. You take like a special allergy medicine, or can you run down to like Walgreens or something and get some? Yeah, I got allergy issues too. They're self-induced though, from my many years of addiction. So yeah, this Cowboys-Packers game is getting towards the end. I'm really, oh, wow, okay. Huh. Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Do me a favor and hit that like button if you would. We're talking a little bit about football tonight, a little bit, yeah, exactly. I know what you mean, Monk. Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about football, a little bit about recovery and addiction, and we'll kind of go wherever the chat takes us tonight. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Grande Willie says, "Go Browns." That's right. I'm okay tonight. I'm all right. Football? Need surgery on my right leg. Oh, wow. That sucks, Big E. Damn. Yeah, if that happens, you're going to be laid up for a while, I guess, huh? And I don't really watch soccer. I'm watching the Cowboys and the Packers tonight, the revenge game for Micah, allegedly. What's up, Dark Demon? How you doing? Yeah, it's been a pretty good game. Better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I thought the Packers were going to mollywop these guys. But, I don't know. The first couple of weeks, it's kind of hard to judge who's who in football because, you know, the Chiefs always start slow. And everybody's like, oh, they're finally not going to be there. And then the fuckers come along and do their thing. You know what I mean? I get 2 x-rays on my ankle. They think I tore a ooh. Damn, that's wild, bro. You got to get the MRI. Well, hopefully everything turns out all right with that, bro. Yeah, so what happened with Demon? My wife, oh, your wife is pregnant. Yeah, congrats on that, Demon. That's awesome, brother. What's up, Vic? How you doing tonight? I'm over here kicking it, watching the game. I can't put the game on screen because YouTube hits me with copyright. So I'm not sure exactly how that works because I've never got any money from them. You know what I mean? So it's not like they can take my money away. But I don't know if it goes as like a strike against the channel or how that works. So I don't want to mess nothing up. You know. What's up, Bergenstein? Yeah, it's another lovely night. Chilling, been working a lot. We got a new system at work, and oh man, it's teaching an old dog new tricks. You know what I mean? That's right. That's good stuff, Big E. Yeah, hopefully they don't have to. You know, but we'll see what happens. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button if you would. There's always one in the bunch, isn't there? Yes, sir. Sure do. Yeah, I'm a yard driver in Rialto. So, looks like the Packers are driving. They're like in the red zone. They're down by 3 with a minute 51 to go. Let's see what happens here. But hey, what's up, baby? How you doing? Glad you could make it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. It's kind of man, it's kind of starting to wear on me a little bit. I've been doing yard for a long time, and climbing in and out of that truck 50, 60, 70 times a night, like it, man, I'm beat up. But what's up, Monkey Man? How you doing? So, yeah, this game ended up being a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Got some high drama. Yeah, no, it's a cool job, Vic. I do, you know, it's something I'm good at. I think, you know what I mean. Like, oh, Packers are. Oh, Jordan Love just threw a touchdown pass to the man in the legacy helmet, Romeo Dobbs. Man, that's wild. So, yeah, we're watching football. My Niners lost today, man. They made that Jacksonville defense look amazing. I mean, Jacksonville, they've been averaging 3 turnovers a game. So, and that didn't stop today, unfortunately, with us. But, you know, I'm not going to say it's all the injuries and stuff. Uh, Sometimes it seems that way, huh, Monk? Have it or you don't. I would say, have you? Yeah, that's true, Vic. Yeah, I hear you, Grundy Willie. Yeah, so when we first got that new system last week, like it was kind of frustrating. It's a pretty simple system, but the tricks that we used to use to increase our productivity kind of got phased out with the new system because the new system you don't get to pick which move you do next. It assigns you a move, and the building was learning the system as we were learning it, and it was just kind of a cluster at first. It seems to be getting a little better. You know what I mean? So I guy that refused to sponsor me when I first got sober recently passed. Oh damn, that sucks. Was it a? Yeah, a little bit, Vic. but it's all right, you know. Yeah, it's okay. Good, good, Biggie. I'm glad you made it back. All right, here comes the kick. Here's Dak's chance to show that he's. Oh shit, he's going. He returned it out to like the 48. Boy, I just can't keep a straight thought here, can I? Like, I'm back and forth between that and this and the other. Uh, yeah, I think with the new system that they put into our yard, though, it's like the first step in phasing out the drivers. You know what I mean? Because everything is GPS. It's driven by GPS. It knows exactly where you're at in the yard. So allegedly, it can assign the closest move to you. And you know, I don't think they're gonna go fully automated anytime soon. But it's definitely, what the hell was that? But it's definitely heading in that direction. So Dak just about Dak just about Dacked. That was, yeah, that was a forward pass. I don't know who the hell he was throwing it to though. But so Monk, what happened with that guy? Was it an OD or something? Yeah, those Tesla rigs. You know that's it's the future's heading that way. You know, I mean, I guess fortunate for me, I'm old enough to where I don't think it will take over the industry in my lifetime, but it's definitely coming. What's up, Nitro Bob? How you doing tonight, brother? Hey guys, be sure to subscribe if you're new and hit that like button. It really helps with the algorithm and helping to get the message out. Um, right now, the message is football because that's the only sport I watch anymore, and I'm a Niner fan. It was a bad day for us, but you know, I don't know what's going on, man. We just can't get that running game going. Our O line is straight trash. Trent Williams getting pushed around, you know. Yeah, we are, right, Vic? I mean, growing up, that's what they said. They said by 2000 there'd be flying cars, man. The way, like, I drive up and down the Cone Pass most days to go to work, and to be honest with you, man, the way people drive on the ground, if they put flying cars, uh, then man, that would be really dangerous. You know what I mean? Uh, why didn't you ask how I was doing? How are you doing, William? Holy shit! The Cowboys score again. Oh, very very low, Vic. No doubt about it. And those people that like to run with the fuel light on, holy shit, man, there'd be cars falling out of the sky. When we're about to be space dust. What? I don't know what you mean. Wow. Howdy. What is up? I don't know what to call you because I can't read that. Yeah, I do not know what. Honestly, I don't know what to think of this. Cowboys are the enemy, but Packers ain't too far behind. I'm a Niner fan, you know. Yeah, I'm all right, William. I'm all right. I think, yeah, that's what they're talking about. Atlas. There's a lot of, and then they got all those generals meeting in Quantico this week. I wonder if it might have something to do with that. We've gone from football to tinfoil hat this quickly. Oh man. So yeah, I did not see if Monk. I don't think Monk responded. No, he didn't. I was wondering what happened with that guy that passed away. There was someone from my childhood who passed away recently. I heard about it earlier in the week. Uh, Somebody I was close to as a child, and then we had our differences as we got older and fell apart and uh, did not like dude anymore. But apparently he passed away of an overdose recently. So yeah, that's why sobriety is so important in my opinion. And if you're struggling with addiction, you got to come up with a plan to take control back of your life, because with the drugs that are on the streets today, it's not like it used to be. Like, honestly, I'm scared to death of a relapse, because between the fentanyl and everything else, um, like, I don't, like, God, I don't know, you know? I know they've always said things like that, like, oh, like just a little bit of dust of this will kill you. Well, I mean, people are dying of overdoses every day. And, life is hard enough already, even in a sober state of mind. But let's jump back to the game for a minute. Oh, the Packers are driving again. 28 seconds left. And they're almost in field goal range. Damn, are we going to go to overtime on this game? I thought the Packers were like some big Super Bowl contender, and that, the Cowboys were trash this year. Oh no. Is he a Cowboy fan? Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting game, but I just don't. Always a Cowboy fan. Tell him not to break the TV. Now, you know what? Don't be disrespectful. I'm sorry. Oh my God, yeah, Vic. Back 89 was probably the best team we ever had. Had it not been for a bad call against Pittsburgh, we were 15-1 that year and won the Super Bowl. 18-1 with the Super Bowl win. So you know, those were the days. I just feel bad because in my youth, the Niners were 5-0 in the Super Bowl. Now my son, uh, they're 0-3 in the Super Bowl, and man, I want him to feel the joy that I felt when we won those Super Bowls. Harbaugh with the Bears. I'm not sure what you. Man, they're almost in field goal range. 12 seconds left. The ball is, I want to say, at the 40. So what would that be? That's a 57-yard field goal. My Raiders wearing pink now. Oh no, bro. Oh, that's wild. I'm hearing the dog bark. Is the dog outside? Hold on, guys. What are you barking at? Dumb dog. Sorry about that, guys. So let's see what happens here. This game's about to wrap up. No, I don't think it does either, Vic. I remember when I was a kid, when the Raiders won the Super Bowl in the 80s, they were the Los Angeles Raiders. And then they went back to Oakland, and like they always bounced around. And now it seems like they've found a home there, but yeah, I don't think it sounds right either. It's weird. This this game has been wild. Maybe they can tie, and then that way they both don't win. Am I hating on these guys? They're not my Niners, you know? So, they're not my Niners. They could tie. That'd be good. What's up, Food and Felons? How you doing? Hope you've had a good weekend. Just sitting there chilling, watching a little football, talking about recovery. I can't put the game on the screen because they like to hit me with copyright when I do that. So, but 8 seconds left. I think they're gonna try to kick here. Yeah, I don't know. They don't care about my 6 viewers, but I care about my 6 viewers, David. And they still hit me with a copyright. Yeah, you know what? I started to watch it this morning, Food and Felons. I was, because I work nights, you know what I mean? So, like, usually I'm going to bed around 6 in the morning, and the game was on. So I watched a few minutes of it, but, like, I can't really get into it. But, yeah, that was a good win for them today. I don't think anybody was giving them much of a chance, you know? We got a new record, yeah. To the to the stars and beyond, David. hit that like button while you're in here. Look at that, we're at 10 now. And make sure you subscribe if you're new. But so yeah, it looks like shit. If they kick the field goal, we might go into overtime. Hey, I appreciate that, Food and Felons. What's up, Isaiah? How you doing, man? God bless you as well. I appreciate that. Why does the kicker look like Aaron Rodgers? For Green Bay. It all comes down to this. 4 seconds left. The snap is down. Kick is up. We are going to overtime. Holy shit. Do you like swingers? If you're asking if I'm part of that lifestyle, I'm not. I am. I have been married for 30 years in a relationship with one woman. Yeah, they kicked it and they made it. We are going to overtime. So it looks like we're going to continue to watch football while we do this. I'm from Southern California, Food and Felons. I'm in the high desert. You really looked at one Pacific general from the southern part of America. What? You need to make a little bit better sense there, Jumang, because that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how to respond to that. I don't know if you're trolling or what you're doing. I mean specific. I don't know. Oh, okay. Shout out to LA. Yeah, I was actually born in Long Beach. I grew up in Carmelitas in Long Beach in the projects over there. And then we moved to the Inland Empire in the early 80s. Well, my parents moved us to the Inland Empire. I grew up in San Bernardino. Um, so, yeah, I was, ended up addicted, going to jail, into prison over my addiction, and I finally got clean. I've been clean for 21 years. So, that's kind of, oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I was born at Memorial Hospital in Long Beach, down in the Signal Hill area. Yeah, definitely good stuff. I've seen some of your content, Food and Felons. You got some good content. If you guys haven't checked out Food and Felons, be sure to go over there and check them out. Oh, you did 15 in the feds. Damn. Well, I'm glad you made it out, and I'm glad you're doing well, brother. Yeah, I didn't do a whole bunch of time in prison. My final stint was 2 years. I did a bunch of time in the counties. I was at one time I was on probation in San Bernardino, Riverside, and Los Angeles all at the same time, and that did not make for a good time whatsoever. I will tell you, because every time I caught a violation, whatever I got in the first county, I got in the second county and the third county. So, like honestly, bro, it got to the point where I was in LA County, another violation. Public defender comes back, says, "Hey, good news! I can get you a county lid. I can get you a year in the county for this violation." And I said, "No, no, I do not want to sign to that." I said, "What? Can you get me? Can you send me to prison? What would that deal look like? You know what I mean?" Because I knew basically him giving me a county lid, that meant that's 3 years, but like you don't get much good time in the county, and county time sucks anyways. So public defender went away, came back a little while later, said, "Hey, good news, I can get you 2 years in state with halftime." I said, "Shit, print that out, let me sign it." Let's get it on. That way I can have one parole officer, and maybe this can be manageable if I do some things to change my life, you know? Because when I had the um, did 4 years straight in LA County fighting some hot ones, and it was, oh man, LA County was the worst, bro. And to be honest with you, I'd rather, I mean, the highest level I ever seen was a level 3. Did a little time in AdSeg, but like, LA County Jail, especially for the wood pile, like it's a rough place. Yeah, and I'm with you, food and felons. I'm done doing crime as well. Like my life is so different now that I think people that knew me back in those days probably wouldn't recognize me, you know, based on my actions, you know what I mean? So, uh, yeah, so, but now, it's all about, you know, it's, it's, it's all about faith, family, fitness, and freedom. I've been kind of lagging on the fitness part, to be honest with you. For a while there, I was a maniac in the gym. Uh, yeah, and I agree with you, food and felons. Everything else, ain't got nothing coming. To be honest, people that are all about that drama and stuff, like I ain't got no time for that. Like I cut off a lot of my family, and like basically, if you weren't moving in the direction I was moving in, then that it was a wrap. And that was one of the hardest decisions, honestly, I had to make in my life because you know everybody I knew they used, and um, that was just the lifestyle. And becoming a sober individual and doing the right thing, and like I'll tell you, one of the simplest things, but it really helped me a lot was when you're at the grocery store and you're going to pay for your groceries and you got them waters on the bottom or whatever it may be, just telling the cashier, "Hey, I got 2 40 packs of water on the bottom," rather than trying to push that cart through and them not catch that. Like, if you do the small things right, then it becomes a lot easier when big things happen, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So, uh, I think that's the best advice I could offer to people that are getting into sobriety, new to sobriety. It all starts with the small things. Yeah, I'm the same, bro. Like, I got the membership. Like, I go maybe 2 or 3 nights a week after work. But my motivation, like, I when I first started this channel, it was about weight loss, actually. I went from like 235 to I dropped down to like 190. Changed my diet, was workout machine. Uh, got in pretty good shape for 50 something year old. But pastries and stuff like that are good. I'll be honest. And I work a lot, and like there's just I'm not making excuses, but I just don't make the time for the gym now. Food and Talent says I've been sober for 4 years. Shout out to you, bro. Congrats on that. That's when you're I know for me when you're first getting into sobriety, like that seems like the most impossible task ever. But I love it when people get on here and share their success stories. You know what I mean? Because somebody maybe that's thinking, man, I need to make a change in my life, but this seems impossible. When they hear other people's testimony and other people saying, yeah, you know what, I did it. I got this much time clean. I think it goes a long ways. Maybe encourages people to go to a meeting or something. Uh, go to rehab if that's what you need. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to you, Food and Felons, for the super chat. I appreciate that, bro. That really means a lot. Thank you. So, okay, game's back on. We are in overtime. I'm switching gears, guys. Dak, Dak just heaved it downfield. I think that's Pickett's again. Man, this guy's had a hell of a game. Let's see. Did he catch that? Oh, he caught it, and it looks like he's in. Holy shit. This game might be a wrap here shortly. Jesse Marshall says sober for 26 years. Hell yeah, that's what's up, bro. Congrats on that. What was your drug of choice, if you don't mind me asking? I was a crazy meth addict. Hey, I appreciate you, food and felons. Sorry. Good night, brother. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Take care. Uh, hey, it's going good, John. How you doing? Okay, so you were meth too. Yeah, same, bro. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I followed the crowd young. You know, I'm living in the neighborhood, and you know, people are saying, "Oh, education is the way," but I'm seeing these guys in the neighborhood driving their Cutlasses and their Regals or their old Chevys, and pocket full of money. You know what I mean? And I said to myself, "You have to be a damn fool to go to school." Like I learned math really well. I can tell you how many eighths there are in an ounce, in a half ounce, in a quarter pound, whatever we're talking about. And like I learned the basics to be able to sell. And I thought like I got a big ego and thought I was the shit. You know what I mean? Running around with my pistol in my sack, and I'm the man. I wasn't the man. I was a stupid idiot. But I sure did think I was the man. I'll tell you. That's good stuff, John. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's always good when we can help somebody to to achieve sobriety. You know what I mean? Like it's tough by going it alone. Wow. Are you messing around, Jack? But yeah, like it feels good, to share our experiences and hopefully help someone else to obtain what we have, Because I'll tell you, before on August the 8th of 2004, if you told me I was going to get sober, I would have laughed at you. Oh, I would have laughed in your face and told you you're a fool. There ain't no way. I used to always say, when I get sober is when you hear the clicking of that coffin dropping into the ground. And that was the last time I used. And that was 21 years ago. And God is good. I mean, it's amazing. Now, it doesn't mean that my life is perfect by any means. let's not get that twisted. Just because you get clean, does the clouds don't clear and the sun don't come out. Like there's still a lot of shit we got to deal with, especially early on, cleaning up the wreckage of the past. But there's a brighter day ahead. You just gotta get your mind clear and handle it. So, and it's not easy. I relapsed probably 10 times before I got it right. I was in Downey Expedited Court, L.A. County. We were doing business in Anaheim, right down, not too far down the road, and I got released from court. And I said I'm never going to use again. Man, L.A. County was crazy. You know, I show up in Anaheim at one of my spots, and the homie says, "Hey, there's lines on the plate," and I said, "No, I'm good, man. It's time to make a change." And he said, "Okay, cool." And he slid it under the bed, and it was in my head already. I said, "Let me see that," and I was off and running again. I had that addiction. I thought I had that addiction in a headlock, putting it to sleep, but turns out it was the other way around. And honestly, I mean, I'm so I'm so fortunate and so blessed to still be here to talk about it. So if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button. I gotta set this phone down for just a second because I need to run and use the restroom. But give me just a second. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be right back. All right, guys, my bad. My apologies for the interruption. Let me grab a water here real quick. So here we are. Dallas is up 40-37. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in overtime. And I want Green Bay to go down and kick a field goal off this game to end in a tie. Because I'm not a fan of either team. And since they can't both lose, I want them to tie. What's up, Hugo? Is there anybody out there? There's people in the chat. Hit that like button, guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you're doing well, Hugo. Appreciate you tapping in. So, yeah, we're the real drug is living. Addicts are irrelevant to the human race. That's an interesting statement. The real drug is living, though. I will say that. I heard somebody on a prison channel say that that the real general population is in the free world, and I kind of like that statement. Like we don't have to do time no more. No, I'm not from Utah. I'm from Southern California, Hugo. Reality is for people that can't handle drugs. Holy fuck. That's his name, by the way. No, I would disagree. I would say drugs are for people that can't handle reality. How about that spin on things? For a long time, I didn't want to deal with reality. So I stayed high. Real high. But, after, you can only go to jail so many times. And, eventually I got tired of missing my kids' birthdays, the holidays, all that stuff. And, you know, yeah, that's not going to happen, Dalton. Good try, though, man. I'm not new to this shit, okay? Drugs are an excuse. I agree. I completely agree with you there. If you think that by numbing your brain for a little bit, it's going to fix your problems, you're wrong. And the answer is not in the bottom of the bottle or in the bottom of the sack, because once you sober up, all the problems that you're running from are still there. So, you know, I mean, that's all it is. It's a cop out. Here are the dogs barking. Yeah, they come back 10 times worse. Exactly, Jesse. You just, every time you use, you're digging a deeper hole. Oh, big pass down the field. Incomplete. It's incomplete. Is there a flag? No flag. It is 4th and 6. Green Bay's got the ball, and Micah's homecoming is about to be ruined. Honestly, like I said, I want Green Bay to go down, kick a field goal. Let's run the timeout. Uh, yeah, and I agree with you, Nick. I mean, like I said, I'm 21 years removed from that lifestyle. And, yeah, when I was active in my addiction, oh, I thought I was the shit, like, but I wasn't, like I was fooling myself. So yeah, I hear you, Nick, and congratulations on 10 years removed from alcohol, man. That's an incredible accomplishment. Uh, how do police know a drug user off the bat? Is it a look or what they say? Classic game music. I can't speak for the police, but as I appreciate you, Nick. What I would say is, being a former drug dealer, I would post up in motels a lot, and people's mannerisms really give it away. Um, it's kind of hard to explain, but like with the meth, like you get the little fidgety movements, you get the dilated pupils. Uh, some people, they talk a lot, or they're picky. They're constantly doing this kind of shit. Um, like there's definitely, yeah, like Jesse said, it's how they act. And the thing is, like I still see it to this day a lot. I'll be coming home from work. I get off work at 3 in the morning, right? I don't make it home till about 4. And I stop to get gas or something, and there's another car that'll pull in to get gas. And I call it the tweaker car, right? Uh, it's all fucked up. It's dented up. It's got a headlight out. It's got a cracked windshield. You know what I mean? Like it's obvious they don't put any money into their ride because they're spending it all on their habit. You know what I mean? And then they get out and they're, ooh, can I get $2 on pump 5 type of shit? Like, and look, I'm not knocking people that put $2 on pump 5. I've been there and I've done that. You know what I mean? But, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a wood ugh. I thought message late that you were live. Hey, what's up, Cora? What's up, Q? Appreciate you guys tapping in. Yeah. Yeah, and that you'll get the jaw movements, the teeth grinding. Like there's a lot of things that give it away, But what's up, Pluto Slick? Yeah, of course, classic games. I appreciate you tapping in. I appreciate everybody tapping in. So yeah, we're still watching the game here. Man, I'm just chilling tonight. Pluto, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. No, that's cool. Appreciate it, Q. Yeah, we'll probably run this for like another 15 minutes or so and then call it a night for tonight. I think we're going to be live again tomorrow night during the Bengals and the Broncos game. We'll see how that goes, but Project the PI Network, Google Mind PI. I'll check that out. Paradigm. Okay, cool. That's good stuff. You guys on the way home, Cora? Have a good night working the daylight, man. I wish. Actually, you know what? What's up, Total Tech? Shout out to India. Um, I've never. I like the night shift. I like working the night shift. New version of Amazon with no selling fees, and you get free stocks in the platform daily. Oh, nice. That's cool. I see that meth people chain smoke cigarettes like smoking is good for them. That's one thing I never got rid of. I still smoke cigarettes, man. I've tried and tried with that one. That's like my the last addiction I'm holding on to, To get some milk and water and a few other things. Almost home now. All right, will you be safe getting home, Cora? Back again. I had to hop in the shower to help with my sinuses. It's all good, Big E. It's all good. I appreciate you, bro. So let's see what we got going on with the game here. Let's jump back there for a minute. Try not to get too heavy in the crunch. It's I'm not broken anymore. It's Broken Bobby's transformation. And I used to be addicted to meth and had issues with alcohol, but I'm a recovering addict. I got 21 years sober, and I get on here and talk about recovery. We're watching football right now. Green Bay's driving. I want them to kick a field goal. I want this game to end in a tie. That way neither one of them wins, but I'm a hater. But come back. I quit cigarettes 10 years ago. Only smoke one pack a week. That's nice. That's awesome, bro. Congrats on that. And thanks, Crunch. I have never smoked or drank. That's an awesome accomplishment, My my son is the same. He's 21 and never done anything, which is great, I don't know. The weirdo section is over there. I don't know what you're talking about. Whitler? Yeah, I don't know. This is not one of those lives, so. Hey, that's cool, Crunch. Psycho World. To the live every time. I'm doing good, homie. I hope you're doing well also. Sexy Latina says like and subscribe. I appreciate that, babe. Yeah, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. That way when I go live, you can hop on and be a part of the conversation, Smoking is an honest vice. 30-year smoker, 20-year drinker, 10 sober for myself and family, kept the cigs. Yeah, that's, to me, the smoking was the hardest. I think alcohol is hard too, though, because the problem is it's just so readily available. You stop and get gas, there's beer and cigarettes there, but the cigarettes are right in your face, Somebody out there? Oh, okay. Minute, haven't seen your lives pop up. Just moved from San Bernardino to HB, trying to get used to it. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hope you're well. I'm a very good man. Need more people. Hey, I appreciate that, Crunch. And shout out to you. Diddy's come in many forms, Big E, I'll tell you. Yeah, and I hear you, Psycho World. You know what? If you are subscribed, I would suggest checking the notifications and making sure it's on all. because a lot of people are saying they're not getting notified, and you know, oh, it's a tie. They both lost. I love it. I'm sorry. I am. Wait, did they do double overtime or no? That's it, huh? I'm talking to my son off to the side here, but so they both lost. This game couldn't have ended any better, in my opinion. If you're a Cowboy or a Packer fan, I'm sorry. Bang bang Niner gang on mine. I know that shit's annoying, but it is what it is. We lost today, and Green Bay and Dallas did not win today, so I love it. Elvis, are you lonesome tonight? And get out of here with that shit. I'm pretty sure you shamed his kinks when you timed him out. You seen the game earlier? Eagles smacked on the Bucks. Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I did see the highlights. Man, Eagles are rolling, bro. Eagles are rolling. That's another team that I do not like, just because they are right now they're a better team than my Niners are, and I can admit that. We're beat the hell up. So, and it doesn't. Yeah, that's weird. That's so weird. So that game couldn't have ended any better, in my opinion. It was a tie. Neither team won. Let's keep pushing. That's what's up, Cora. Let them know. Cora's laying the smacketh down for the millions and millions. Oh, okay, for the 8 in the chat. Okay, not millions and millions. I get it. But yeah. So come out here on the back porch and see what's going on. Don't even tell me you got a fresh pot brewing. Nah, on the weekends I try to shut it down early. What I do is like maybe about 5 o'clock I pour what's left in the pot into the. Well, my wife pours it into the thermos, and once that thermos is gone, I'm done. But my normal sleeping patterns, honestly, bro, like I even on the weekends I don't go to sleep until probably 4 in the morning, just because the shift that I work. I work an hour away, and I do 10-hour shifts. It's like 4 in the afternoon to 3 in the morning. So I get home at 4. If I hit the gym 4:30, you know what I mean? By the time I eat something, take a shower, it's 6 in the morning. So 3 daughters, 5 grandkids. They are the most incredible high in life, honestly. I was offered the choice by my wife, alcohol or the best future I could ask for. It feels good to share that. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, Nick. I have 4 kids total, 3 daughters, 1 son, 10 grandkids. And honestly, without all of them, my life would be so incomplete. I mean, sometimes I can be an ass, and when it's a full house, it can be a little annoying. But honestly, without my family, I would be nothing. And I adore all of them. Whether I don't necessarily show it all the time, but you know. So let's argue about that. Iced coffee or hot coffee? I'm a hot coffee guy. Appreciate that, Nick. Be grateful that the coffee addiction is the only thing you got. I got my moments, says the sexy Latina, and she would know. That's a good question, Espar. Maybe if we can go a day without someone getting shot, they will. Yes, and like Psycho World said, Nick Carpenter, respect you and yours. I've been trying to get out of the mix and moved in with some fam for the first time in years. Yeah, I mean, honestly, b- best thing, you know, uh, like if as long as the family's on the same page, like I said, I had to cut a lot of my blood family loose when I got clean because they weren't ready to make the decisions that I was making, and I couldn't be in that company. You know, our ego will tell us, "Oh, I can do it. I can go hang around the dope spot and not do dope." Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. uh, so no gun control and no list. Well, Esper, what do you think gun control is going to do? I mean, if you make there's already plenty of laws that say you can't kill people, but people still do it. So, I mean, I don't understand what you're saying there, but I don't like to do politics on here. You know what I mean? Yeah, for now, it's all right. If, like I said, I don't really, as long as we keep it respectful, I'm all right with that. But, we're not just going to make this about politics because politics is too divisive. And this is about coming together and finding sobriety and, living our best life. All right, Cora, maybe you need to time out Big E. All right, guys, if you are new here, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Really helps with the algorithm, and hit that notification bell. Uh, Man, and I hear you, Psycho World. It's tough. Like I said, like I had a good 10 relapses before I finally figured it out. There's a term they use in AA and NA. Um, it's called fake it till you make it, right? And I remember when I was on a court card going to meetings, I'd be sitting there thinking, man, these guys are fucking stupid. Like I can't wait to get out of here and go get high or whatever. You know what I mean? Like my devious mind was like, man, this is a captive audience of customers right here for me because I was a dope dealer. But along the way, I picked stuff up and stuff absorbed in, and eventually I said, you know what? I think I have enough tools in my bag here now to make this happen. So I don't know if I'll ever be complete, but I'm about as close to complete as I can be, Martin, to be honest with you. What are you talking about, Gavin? Where are you at on that one, Big E? I'm not in a program anymore, Eric. Trying to change my mindset with, yeah, and it takes a little bit of time to be honest with you, Psycho World, because like I said early on, I said, well, the court wants me to get this card signed. That's cool. I'll go get the card signed. I would go to meetings where I could go put the card on the secretary's desk and go outside and smoke the whole time, pretty much, or you know what I mean, like I didn't take shit seriously at all, and over time, I said maybe there's something to this stuff. 4% success rate. Wow, that's crazy. I appreciate that, Martin. And Jesus loves you as well, man. God bless you. Well, I can agree with you that Jeffrey Epstein was a sick individual. 600 seconds. Damn, you're doing the math on that one, huh? 10 minutes? Oh. So the Packers and the Cowboys, no winner. I love it. Getting into NA, but I'm only 23, trying to kick bad habits and bad mindset on my own. But if it doesn't work out, I'll check it out 100%. That sounds good, brother. And you know what, Psycho World? You can do AA and NA online now, like in like a Zoom type of thing. So if you don't feel comfortable actually going to a meeting, you could do it from the comfort of your own home. Like you can just go to AA or NA online. Google that and see what pops up. And from what I've heard, like you can click the link and join a meeting just about any time of the day. They've created artificial spinal cords they successfully implanted. Okay, that is the random comment of the night, Drift Scale. They have made a breakthrough on curing paralysis. They've created artificial spine cords. That doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about, but I appreciate your comment. Chicago Bears had won tonight against the Raiders. Chicago Bears are now 2-2 on the way to the Super Bowl. Damn, Eric. I wish him the best of luck until they play us later in the season. Yeah, I agree with you, Nick. Yeah, and you're right, Cora. I'll check it out. Appreciate the advice and direction. Of course, Psycho World, and let us know how it goes. I mean, make sure you tap in with us and let us know how things are going, bro. Because like this, I want this to be a community of helping each other. And there may be somebody that's just watching silently and they're reading the comments. You know what I mean? And somebody says, "Hey, I did this. This worked for me." And they may try that, and that might be the breakthrough that they need. And just by participating, in some little YouTube live with 11 people in here, it could be what it could be what changes somebody's life. Like you just you never know. So yeah, definitely let us know how it's going. So like I said, Biggie, I as long as we are respectful when it comes to politics and we are not spamming the chat, I am okay with people making comments. If it gets to the point of disrespect or people disrespecting each other over their politics, then you know, then we'll address that. So, I want to keep the conversation open, but ultimately, what we're here for is sobriety and watching the Cowboys and the Packers not win today. It's a lovely day, I will say. No, I'm not in Michigan, Eric. I'm in Southern California. Yeah, I was in program back in '06. Cycle World says 11 people or 200. I'm still going to pull up. I'll check out the next live when it's up. I got to work early tomorrow, so I'm outie. That's what's up, brother. All right, brother. Same to you. God bless you, and man, keep fighting the good fight, brother. And like I said, check in. Let us know how things are going, bro. Because this is our little online support group for one another. And I get just as much out of this as you guys do. So 100% appreciate you tapping in and speaking your piece, bro. So yeah, that was a fantastic game tonight. Tomorrow night we got Bengals and Broncos, and the wifey is a Bengals fan, so we're definitely going to be watching that and talking shit because the Broncos need to go down. They poached the hell out of my 49ers in the offseason. They took Talanoa Funga and they took Dre Greenlaw and Fancy. So those guys need to be losers now. Oh. What if he is what? Uh, James, if you pay attention to, I imagine you're probably in here for the first time, so welcome. I don't discuss my political beliefs on here because politics are divisive. This channel's it's about sobriety and recovery, and we talk shit about football. I am anti-Cowboys. I will tell you that much. I am a 49er fan, but you will never know whether I am MAGA, anti-MAGA, don't give a shit, because it divides people. So I don't talk about that stuff. But I appreciate your comment, and hey, welcome, bro. Me personally, it doesn't change the way I feel about people, what your political beliefs are, because those are your beliefs. And you're welcome to believe whatever you want to believe. But just, if you're struggling with addiction, get some help. I'm not saying you are, but, that's my message, That's what's up, Nick. Hell yeah. Big E on the sassy tip tonight, huh? Oh, man. You going to join us for the Bengals game tomorrow, Big E? The Browns got stomped today, huh? Ugly. Gotcha. It was a gotcha beatdown. So. Oh, man. We just like to have fun in here, And you can believe whatever you want to believe politically. Like I said, if you want to comment on that, we can maybe talk a little bit about the politics, but I don't get deep into that shit on here. You know what I mean? Oh, you will be up to it, Big E. Don't you like the Bengals? That's what the hell yeah. That's what's up. I got the Montana Mitchell and Ness, I think it is, jersey. I want to say it's 89 though. It's the 89 one. And then I got the Rice. The Rice is 94. I think that was MVP season. Incredible times to be a Niner fan. I just want to see the Niners get a Super Bowl so my son can feel that feeling, We'll see about that, Big E. I thought you were a Bengals fan. Hey, and you never know, bro. You never know. We shall see. I don't think the Broncos are all that everybody was making them out to be at the beginning of the year. But that's football, That's right. That's right. You let them know. What's my thoughts on AI? To be honest with you, I don't really know a whole lot about AI. I know there's a lot of talk about it, and they're spending a lot of money uh, on development of that. But I think they need to be very cautious with that because it sounds like it could take over. I'm speaking from a very uneducated point of view on it, though. You mascot? Damn, Big E, are you a mascot? That hell yeah, you got that 94 Niners hat. I like that, bro. Yeah, that's good stuff. So what if I'm in my Big E voice? So what if I'm a mascot? Come on, bro. So who you like? You running with the Eagles? Uh, Okie dokie. With a name like that, I'm not surprised, Fish. I'm not surprised at all. Lame. Come on, Big E. Where you at, bruh? So we are an hour and 10 in. What do you think? Should we keep it rocking for a little bit, or should we wrap it up and we'll reconvene tomorrow? I feel like this was a pretty good live. Whoa, I might be lame, but I'm damn good at it. Where's Joel and G at? I haven't seen either one of those cats in a while. The beard has entered the realm. What's good? uh, I too am a wizard. Is that what wizards do? Do we nod? Am I a wizard? That's interesting. Well, congratulations on your wizarddom, or whatever you call that. What's up, Scottish Highlander? How you doing? Yeah, come on, Big E. Don't get in your feelings, bro. And then gather together smoke the food blunt. Huh? Man, you're smoking that good shit, huh, Diaz? Did you say... Okay, so you're a wizard, and you want to gather and smoke the food blunt? Autocorrect busted. Okay. I'm totally confused right now, but welcome to the chat. Let's continue to rock on, huh? A puzzle I leave you. I feel there's a certain voice I should have read that comment in. A puzzle I leave you? That's dumb. Cora says that's dumb. I'm not sure. I think she's referring to Big E, talking about I'm the big wizard from Harry Potter or something. I am far from a wizard, I'll tell you that much. But I do have wisdom. I do have some wisdom. I am not the wise man, but I am my son's tribal chief. He told me that earlier in the week. Shout out to you, Jake. That made my week, bro. I'll tell you. About my quest to drop the ring. I don't know what you're talking about, DS. Hey, when it comes to football, you can talk a little shit, Big E. I don't mind. But you have to tell me which bandwagon you're riding right now, bro, so I can talk shit about your team. I know you were saying that you like the Browns and the Bengals, but it seems as though you've ran away from those teams because they're not achieving the success you would have desired. Listen to me over here trying to talk all intelligently. But don't count the Bengals out yet. Oh, now all of a sudden you're an Eagles fan. Okay, bro. Okay. Oh, God has spoken. A lot of people love crying over dropped milk, trying to give them a tissue. Okay. An NFL shirt, right, babe? It's got all 32 logos on it. Nick says Ezekiel is a water boy. Maybe. Not a full-fledged water boy, a maybe. Go get me some Gatorade, Ezekiel. Oh, man. Oh, fucking chorus going hard. Gay. We are going off the rails on this one, but I like it a lot. I like it a lot. You're Bobby Boucher. They come for you, I come for them. Dad, they come for you, I come. That's what's up. I appreciate you, baby girl. You, you handle these lames. Oh God. Oh, I'm just. Normally I would have gotten off the live already, but I'm just having way too much fun tonight. And I don't care that there's only 6 people in here. Hold on, it looks like let's see. That high up with Adam. LL, you're Travis Barker. Damn. Cleveland Browns for Ezekiel. Brandon Garcia says 6 or 7. 6 of 7. What's going on, Brandon Garcia? You know what's funny? We got that new system at work this week, right? Or last week. And I know that's like the fad, whatever, 6, 7. Oh my God. So it tracks how many moves you do during the night, right? And I was at like 64 and we had like a half an hour left. And I'm like, I just need 3 more. And like, I took a picture of it. I was going to make a TikTok and out of it, but I didn't. I don't do much with TikTok, but but yeah, I ended up with 67 moves on the night, and I was like I think I was deliriously tired, and when I got to 67, I'm like, like all the videos you see, I'm a truck driver. I'm a yard hustler. I work for a big box store in California, and I move trailers to and from the door. Uh, chessboard? I don't know what chessboard means. I do play chess. I'm just not very good at it anymore. I'm out of practice. I used to be pretty good. That was actually one of my hustles in prison. Was I'd scope out somebody playing chess. I seen flaws in their game. I would like bet on games with them, and I got a lot of soups from people that way. So, but yeah. More of a boxing fan than anything, says Nick. Yeah. What do you think about Canelo losing? Oh man, the spread was it, bro. You know what I mean? You have a good night as well. Man, the spread in jail and in prison it was it. But you know what? When I got home, like I would make them sometimes, but I just quit making them because I came to the conclusion when you're starving, a spread is amazing. But but when you have access to all the amazing food that we have access to, the spread just don't cut it no more. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button while you're in here, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell and hit all so that whenever I do go live, you will be notified and you can come be a part of the conversation. Honestly, these lives would be nothing without you guys participating, so I shout out to all of you guys for that. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, and I was heartbroken when Montana went to KC, Nick. And the Rams should have lost today, but that Canelo is good, but someone is always yeah, I agree. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I'm not really a big boxing fan, but if I'm home on a Saturday night I'll check it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was kind of surprised that he got beat. To be honest with you. Adam Sandler's coming to Columbus. Wow, that's awesome, bro. What's up, Eternal Nico? Yeah, and and that was awesome having Steve Young too. We had back-to-back Hall of Famers. I mean, not many organizations can say that. Unfortunately, we haven't really had a solid long-term quarterback since then. But you know, Brock Purdy's in there trying to do the damn thing now. It's I'll say this: it's tough being a 49ers quarterback because the legacy of the team. You know what I mean? Uh, God has spoken again. He says, "A happy, loving life is a good life." I agree, absolutely. But why are you yelling at us? God bless you. Yeah, Steve Young was awesome. The Big Back VR says, "Can I tell you something?" Sure. Just keep it PG and be respectful. And you can say whatever you want to say. So we've been talking about. I got a 2 pound bass today in my pond. That's cool, bro. I don't fish. I used to go fishing with my dad when I was a kid, but I don't anymore. Yeah, Crawford was good. I agree. Uh, yeah, I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I like Adam Sandler too, but to be honest with you, I'm not a fanboy type of person. So even if he were coming to my town, that's probably something I wouldn't be interested in. Um, you know, I've had some encounters with celebrities in the past, and I've come to the conclusion these are people just like us. So I don't idolize anybody. Even like my football team that I love, the 49ers, you know, if I like my favorite player right now is probably Fred Warner, and if I ran into him at Winco, I would about as far as that would go be like, hey Fred, good game last week. But like, do I want to? I'm not gonna say, oh my God, can I take a picture with you? Will you sign my hat? Like, no, I'm not. I'm not that guy. They're people just like we are. JD says chicken nuggets. Cool. I think Jerry Rice is one of the greatest football players to ever do it. Definitely the greatest wide receiver ever. Uh, yeah, Idol. I don't know. I don't know if in the sports world, fantastic athlete, definitely. But like I said, I'm not. I don't know. I just can't look at another man and feel that way. Like, oh my God, like you're amazing. Like, no, can't do it. No, nah, I don't care about that, Big E. To be honest with you, I really don't. You know, not only do I don't know. I'll tell you guys a quick story, all right? I'll tell you a quick story. I was working for a carnival before I got my Class A license, and we were working the Orange County Fair, and they'd have concerts there, and me and another guy that I worked with, we were like on our lunch or whatever, and we seen it was ludicrous and his little entourage or whatever, and this was probably about 15 years ago, somewhere around there, early 2000s, 2008, somewhere around there, 17 years ago. So Ludacris comes walking out with his little uh, entourage or whatever, and I just blurted out, "Oh my God, it's Ludacris!" I said, "What's up, man?" And he looked at me like I was a fucking piece of shit. And I'm like, "Well, fuck you too, motherfucker." You know what I mean? You ain't no better than anybody else just because you're winning in life and making a bunch of money and got a hit record. I could care less about that shit. Like you're not gonna be a decent person, then go fuck yourself. Excuse me. So at that point in my life, I realized these people are people just like us, and maybe dude was having a bad day. I don't know, but you know what? If at that time I felt like if a fan, you're there to perform. If a fan says, "Hey, what's up?" Like you could at least say, "What's up?" Do a little head nod or whatever. But like he looked at me like I was garbage or something. So fuck me, fuck you. I don't care if your song is number one on the charts. You can eat a dick, bitch. So pretty much ever since then, if you ran into Snoop Dogg, you would smoke a fat blunt with him. Now, you know what I would have done with him was try to start selling him weed. Give me just a second, guys. I gotta go use the restroom. We'll keep it rocking. Excuse me? Who are you talking to? Andrew? You just tell mom she's handsome? Oh. All right, I'm back. I am back. Hey, oh, is he here? Well, looky who's on live. Interesting season so far. Bro, why do you wait until we lose a game to want to pop back in? You didn't want to talk about it after we got you guys? Your team is looking good now, though. But, yeah. So, it's all right, man. We take it. We get our wins and we get our losses. Sometimes it turns out the way we want it to. Sometimes it don't. I don't know. I think unless we get some help back, though, it's going to be a long year. But I hope you're doing well, Sports Jazzy fan. I missed you. So, yeah, this has been a good live. We were on a good roll there for a while. The football game, neither team won. Love it. Love it. If my team can't win, then I don't want anybody to win. Honestly, that's the type of fan that I am. When when my team is doing all right, I watch the teams that are really playing well, and I want them to lose. We we had a bit of a setback today with the loss to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's defense looked really good. I don't know if we were playing poorly, but I know they've been Yeah, you know, Jacksonville's defense has been creating a lot of turnovers this year. They're averaging 3 turnovers a game. Three, like they lead the league with like 9 interceptions or something. It's probably higher than that after today's game, but uh, I'm not fully convinced that it's an elite defense because I don't feel like my team is playing very well. We've been playing well enough to win most games, but we didn't today. And I'm not sure if that was an. I think it's more of an us problem, but I think their defense is good. Trevor Lawrence is garbage, in my opinion. Um, Dude's just like he was the number one overall pick, and I just don't think he's good. I have my gripes with Purdy, but I think Purdy's a better quarterback than he is. Um, if Nick Bosa hadn't got hurt last week, I think maybe we would have been able to get the win today because our defense would have performed a little bit better. But there's no excuses. This is the NFL, and all the teams get injuries. We just have a whole bunch of them. But I'm hoping we can get some guys back in time to make a run. So that's kind of where. Hold on, just a second, guys. I just got a message I need to check. Oh no. All right, honey, I seen your message. Okay. Yeah, my biggest concern with Brock is weather games. He does not do good when it's raining. And it wasn't raining today, but if you're going to pay somebody 50 plus million a year, he's got to be able to go out and perform week in and week out, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whatever. Yeah. And that's the thing, if as we get, what's up, Dennis? It says go Pit. That's what's up. um, if we can stay competitive as we get closer to the trade deadline, maybe we'll go out and try to make a splash play for a like a Trey Hendrickson or somebody like that. But we just got to see how the season plays out. But it's a that's the thing about football. It's a long season, and sometimes the teams that look bad in the early times end up getting it together when it counts. And honestly, in football, you just got to make the playoffs, and you got to get that momentum around the time of the playoffs. And anything is possible. I mean, ask the undefeated Patriots about those New York Giants that won 9 games and squeaked in on a wild card and ruined their perfect year. So, I mean, anything is possible. You just got to get to the playoffs. And right now, we're about 7 wins away from that. So, hard to believe y'all didn't have a quarterback hit in a game. So, we didn't have any quarterback hits at all today? Is that what you're saying? It's been, man, next, name it, please. So, man, we've been rocking for an hour and 35 minutes. Yeah, and that's the thing with a lot of these quarterbacks. If you don't get pressure and you can't move them off your spot, it's hard. They're impossible to beat. I mean, dude was the number one overall pick. I don't think he's great by any means, but you know, if if you let me stand in a spot, I could probably hit a spot with a football. You know what I mean? Now, if I've got defensive ends coming trying to kill me, that changes everything, and that's where you truly define the great ones. But yeah, without Bosa's pass rush, man, that's rough. So I don't know. They're gonna have to figure something out. They're gonna have to figure out a way to dial up pressure on these opposing quarterbacks because we got the Rams on Thursday, and man, that may be rough, you know? I'm a 49er fan, Jason. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button if you would. And if you're new, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and hit all. That way, whenever I do go live, you can hop on and be a part of the conversation, you know? Uh, Outside with the kids. Gonna put the phone on the charger, so I gotta go. Do goody. Love you too, Cora. I think we're about to wrap it up, anyways. We're like an hour and 35 into this. And yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day here shortly. Oh, my brother is also. I'm a Bengals fan, and my sense is beyond done. Yeah, my Jason, my wife's a Bengals fan as well. I'm gonna be on live again tomorrow night during their game against Denver. We are. I appreciate you, Nick. Yeah, I really appreciate that, bro. It means a lot. We are definitely rooting for the Bengals to open up a can of whoop ass on those Broncos because the Broncos took a bunch of our free agents in the offseason. Talanoa Hufunga, Dre Greenlaw, and actually, I think the year before they took Mike McGlinchey, right tackle. So we need to. The Bengals are going to be the surrogate that are going to put the ass whooping on these guys tomorrow night. Uh, yeah, it's rough without Joe Burrow for sure, man. That dude's incredible. He's a amazing quarterback. I always say him and Jamar Chase are the closest thing there is in football today to Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Come on another night, then we can talk some trash. Sounds good, Jazz fan. Hey, like I said, I'll be on during the Bengals game tomorrow night. So if you want to hop on, come on down, bro. It's good hearing from you again, man. You take care of yourself, all right? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that, Big E. I think the Bengals are going to smash on the Broncos. So, yeah, Andy Dalton to AJ Green. I remember those days. Yep. All right, guys. Well, I think we are going to wrap this one up for the night. I appreciate everybody participating. Like I said, if you're new here, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit all. That way, when I go live on Sundays and Mondays, you can hop on and be a part of the conversation. It was a good one tonight, and I appreciate everybody that participated. Shout out to Food and Felons for the super chat. I truly appreciate that. And it's all about faith, family, fitness, and freedom. These are the things that allow me to get my life together, and they can help you as well. 21 years ago, I was a hope to die dope fiend. And now, look at me now. You know what I mean? Working a job, got a great family, grandkids, everything a man could ask for. You know what I mean? And it all came with sobriety and some good people that stuck by my side. So, like I said, appreciate everybody's participation tonight. And once again, shout out to Food and Felons for the super chat. I truly do appreciate it. And don't look at the mountain, just start climbing. I'll see you guys tomorrow night if you tap in, all right? Have a good one, guys.